Hello, everyone out there in YouTube land. Welcome back to Diego Knows. Of course, I'm Diego, and today we're going to continue to talk about High Fidelity. That's right, High Fidelity, that wonderful movie from 2000, okay, starring John Cusack, okay, as a character named Rob Gordon, who owns a record store in Chicago, in Wicker Park, my neighborhood, Wicker Park, Bucktown, okay, and he sells these records. He knows a shitload about records. He makes a top 5 list on everything in his life, and right now he's making his top 5 list of worst breakups he's ever had. And the reason he made this list is because the day before, his girlfriend that was living with him dumped him. He's flabbergasted. He can't understand why this keeps happening to him. Every relationship he's been in, where he loved the girl, has broken his heart, and he doesn't understand why this keeps happening. So he decides that he is going to hunt down the 5 worst breakups that he's ever had. He's going to hunt down all these girls and find out why they dumped him, why they hurt his feelings, why he's doomed to continue to fall in love and have the girl break his heart every fucking single time. This guy's very melancholy, very morose. He's full of a lot of self-pity. Okay, he's very emo, but he's an artist. Okay, now he doesn't create anything, but he's an artist in a sense he can appreciate art. He thinks like an artist. Okay, he criticizes music. He knows everything about music, especially old music, stuff from the 60s and 70s. Okay, he fantasizes about that stuff. Okay, he listens to it all the time. That's what he does for a living. Okay, he knows a shitload about music. His 2 loser friends, the moron twins, he calls them, Barry and Dick. One of them, Barry's played by Jack Black. They're also just like him. Okay, in a sense, they're not as depressed as he is, but they also know a shitload about music. They know a lot about albums and stuff. There's stuff that nobody gives a shit about. Very obscure musical references. They know every single one. Okay, and that's what they do in the record store. Okay, is they listen to these fucking really obscure bands, these really obscure songs. Okay, that you've never heard of, but they get you interested in that stuff. Okay, that's what they do for a living. And they compare trivia with each other. They're always going back and forth on what's their top 5 best side Bs from 1973. That kind of bullshit like that. So the movie's very good. But the reason I picked this movie is because I have this new topic that I'm doing here called Chick-Flicks for Guys. And basically, this movie has all the same tropes that every chick flick has. It's all about romance. It's all about falling in love, about, being sexy, about relationships, about like, does he love me? Does she love me? Is he sexy? Does that person find me attractive? Cheating, all that kind of shit is covered in this movie. Okay, it's not an action movie. It's not an event movie. Okay, this isn't like it's not a crime movie. It's not like you're trying to, usually in a guy movie, a guy's trying to solve a crime. He's trying to stop something. There's action involved, explosions, or it could just be something like a courtroom drama or some shit like that. This is none of those things. This is a very female-centric genre of the rom-com. This is basically a rom-com, but it's from a guy's point of view. Now, what separates this from all the other rom-coms that do have a man as the main character is that he doesn't act like a fucking bitch. He acts like a man throughout the entire movie. His decisions are things that a man would do. His thoughts are things that a man thinks about. He does not sacrifice his masculinity, despite the fact that he has entered this genre, which is pretty much dominated by females and gay guys. He has entered this realm, kind of like me. He's entered this realm, okay, and we're seeing what his decisions are. How does he navigate through this area that's typically reserved for middle-aged women and gay guys, okay? So that's what's going on here, okay? And what I do is I give you a straight man's point of view, okay? So I'm going to critique this movie the way I would critique a rom-com or any other chick flick that I've already reviewed every fucking episode of Sex and the City. Yes, I did, including that new piece of shit. And I will review the new one. They're getting a season 2. Can you believe that? That fucking piece of shit turd is going to get a season 2. And just like crap, is going to get a season 2. Yes, well, when it comes out, I'm going to review that too. I already reviewed the last one. I reviewed all the Sex and the City episodes and the movies. Okay, I reviewed The Notebook. I reviewed A League of Their Own. I reviewed Thelma and Louise. I'm going after all of them, okay? 50 Shades of Shit's coming too. Yeah, I don't think I left that one out. Okay, but anyway, right now I want to review a movie for guys. Okay, I recommend this movie to every guy, and whenever a girl comes up to me and asks me, like, I don't know, why do guys do this? Why do guys do that? I don't fucking understand what guys do. Okay, well, I show them this movie. This is one of like the 3 main movies that I show them. You want to understand what guys are like? This is definitely one of those movies, High Fidelity, okay? It goes right into exactly what we're thinking about, how we feel about you, ladies. How do we feel about you in relationships? What do we expect from you? What do we expect from ourselves? This movie goes in there, okay? And because they're going in there, I'm going in there too, okay? I'm going to give you a straight man's point of view, okay? I'm going to be completely honest. I do not lie here, okay? So if you are easily offended, if you're easily triggered, get the fuck out of here right now. I will not censor myself to spare your feelings, okay? The real question is, can you handle it? I'm going to give you a straight up dose of truth with no lube. Let's continue. All right. So where we left off last time, Laura, the girl that broke up with Rob, okay, she came back to his place to get some stuff, and they had a small conversation. She basically told him, she fessed up. He already found out. Rob already found out that she's living with their ex-neighbor, okay, that she's been boning him, okay, so he gets it now, okay, she left him for another guy. Now he understands why she left him the way that she did, okay, but she says, like, she tells him, he pesters her, and she finally admits, okay, there's like a 9% chance that you and I will get back together. He still wants to get back together with her, which I do not understand. Okay, if this was me, if I was Rob Gordon, and Rob Gordon is a lot like me, especially the way I was back then, back in the early 2000s, okay, because I was a younger man back then, I was in my 20s. He's in his 30s in this movie, so he should know better, okay, but why would you want to get back with her? Okay, why would you want to get back with this girl that obviously she's fucking cheating on you, she's sleeping with some other guy, okay, she left you for your fucking neighbor. I mean, talk about twisting the knife. Okay, you knew this guy, you weren't even friends with this guy, but you knew who this guy was, and that's the guy she's boning behind your back, and now she left you for him. Okay, why would you even think that you want her to come back to you? Okay, how can you trust anything she's ever gonna fucking say? Okay, exactly, but he still loves her. He wants her to come back, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so she says there's a 9% chance I'll get the fuck out of here so I can, pick up some more of my stuff, all right? So he leaves. He's all happy and excited. He's listening to We Are the Champions by Queen, oh my God, because she admits that she has not slept with this other guy yet. She's living with him right now, but she has not slept with him because she has not felt like sleeping with him, okay? And another thing that really pisses me off is he said, hey, Laura, when we were together, okay, when this guy was living upstairs from us, okay, were you sleeping with him back then? She's like, no, I was living with you. I was sleeping with you. But the way she said it is what really pissed me off, okay? She feels like insulted that he would even ask her that. Like okay, bitch, you're fucking cheating on him. And you're insulted that he would ask you if you were doing it back when this guy was living upstairs from you guys? I mean, no, that's a legitimate question. Now, personally, I would not ask that question because there's a lot of things about Rob that I am not like. Okay, for example, Rob asks a lot of these questions that I would be thinking, but I would not actually say them out loud. Okay, the next question he asks her, he tells her, he's like, listen, is it better with him? Is he a better lover than me? Is the sex better with him than it is with me? And she's like, I don't know. I haven't slept with him yet. Okay, I haven't been in the mood. I have not slept with him yet. Okay, so he feels that's a win, okay, which because he's immature, he's immature, he's selfish and immature the way I was back then, okay, although I would not have asked that question. You don't want to ask that question, okay, because you don't really want to know the answer. That's why guys don't ask that question. We don't want to know the fucking answer. All I need to know is that you were fucking with this guy while we were still together. You were with this guy and now you've left me and you're staying still with this guy, okay? That's all I need to know. I don't need to know anything else. I don't need to know whether you've had sex with him or whether the sex was good or whether you haven't had sex with him. I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit. I don't need to know that shit. All I know is you left me for this other guy. That's all I need to know. Okay, message received. I can move on with my life now. Okay, I can rebuild my life. I can start fucking other girls, blah, blah, blah. You mean nothing to me now. Okay, anything I invested in you is gone. Okay, you're on your own now. Okay, I hope this guy fucking takes care of you. Okay, that's how I would handle it, but he's not. He actually wants her back. He wants her back. He thinks it's a win that she has not slept. She's not had sex with him. She has slept with him. They've slept in bed together. They've cuddled. But they have not actually had sexual intercourse yet. So he considers that a win. Yeah. Oh, not only that, but he also believes her when she said that. Come on, guys. Guys, you're really that fucking stupid. Rob is that stupid. And the reason he's that stupid is because he really does want her to come back. And dude, you gotta fucking let that shit go. Okay, come on. You already know she left you for another guy. Why the fuck would you assume that she was cheating on you, number one? So why would you even assume that she would tell you the truth right now when you ask her a question like that? Of course she's not gonna tell you the truth, especially if she used to have feelings for you. If she already feels guilty enough as it is, she ain't gonna tell you the truth. Why twist the knife? Why twist the fucking knife? She's gonna tell you, no, I haven't had sex with him, or she's gonna say, like, I did, but it sucked. He's not as big as you are. Like, she's gonna say stupid shit like that. Okay, of course she is. That's if she fucking wants to lessen the blow, wants to cushion the blow. Okay, but if she's out to get you, which I don't think Laura is, she's not out to get Rob, then she's gonna lie. She's gonna fucking say, hey, if she's out to get you, she'd say yes, but then she wouldn't come back to get her shit. So, you got don't pay attention. Don't ever fucking listen to what a girl says. Don't fucking listen to what a girl, listen to what she does. Look at what she does. Don't listen to what she fucking says. What she does is what she wants, is what she's like. Okay? Not what she says. What she does. Pay attention to that. If you got some fucking 19-year-old bitch with big fake titties and she tells you that all she's really looking for is a guy who fucking is sweet and cares about her and will pay for the date, you know, and won't cheat on her and treats her like a princess, and then you look at her dating history and all she dates is fucking Arab billionaires, okay, that take a piss on her in fucking Dubai, well, that should tell you something about what she's really into, not what she really wants, what she's telling you she wants, okay? So guys, don't fucking listen to that shit. Okay, come on, grow up, okay? It's about time you fucking, I know it's your single mom talking, okay, to you, but dude, you gotta fucking let that shit go. Look at what them, you wanna know how to succeed with women, you wanna understand how to read women, look at how the guys that have successfully read women, look at what they did. That is how you will do it. That's how to do it. Don't listen to fucking what women tell you. They don't even know what they fucking want. All they know is what they like, and they're not gonna know what they like until they fucking feel it, and then they'll realize this is what they like, okay? So don't get that up bullshit, dude. Don't listen to that shit. Anyway. Moving right along. So he's all excited. He decides to go fuck another girl. Yeah. He decides to go fuck Lisa Bonet. Now, Lisa Bonet, in this movie, she plays this character named Marie DeSalle. Now, Marie DeSalle is a singer, okay, a local singer in Chicago. She was singing Baby I Love Your Way by Peter Frampton earlier, like her version of it, and he went to go to the bar to go see her sing. He likes her. She's very attractive, you know. You all know who Lisa Bonet is, okay? She was on The Cosby Show. She's the mother of Zoe Kravitz, who is the star of the remake of this movie on TV. Yes, they remade this fucking movie into a fucking TV show with Lisa Bonet's daughter, Zoe Kravitz, because remember her dad is Lenny Kravitz, the singer, okay? Yes, okay, and she's basically playing the John Cusack character on the TV show. I have not watched that show. I'm not gonna fucking watch that show, okay? I don't need to fucking watch that show, okay? All they did is they took a guy who was straight and white and fucked a lot of girls and they gender swapped him and race swapped him, okay? That doesn't fucking work. This movie was meant to be a guy. This is a guy's movie. It's not a girl's movie, okay? Girls can get a lot out of it, but it's a guy's movie, okay? I recommend this to guys. Anyway, off on a tangent. But anyway, so Lisa Bonet is there. She plays Marie DeSalle, and she's hanging out there with Rob's two employees. Jack Black is one of them. He plays a guy named Barry, who's this cynical, wisecracking, fucking sarcastic, fucking short, little, pudgy fucking guy who knows a shitload about music and acts like a musical elitist. He likes to cut down people. Acts like an alpha male, but he's really just a pussy. Okay, and then there's Dick, who really is a pussy. Okay, he has no backbone. He's a beta male, but he's a nice guy. He's legitimately concerned. He's just mind scattered and shit. But he also, like Rob and Barry, he knows a shitload about music too. Okay, so he goes to meet them there at the bar. Marie DeSalle is there. Rob strikes up a conversation with her. They have a lot in common. I mentioned in the last video that their chemistry is perfect. They enjoy the same shows, the same types of music. They both like criticize everything. We find out that Marie DeSalle wrote a song about her ex-boyfriend's music collection. Okay, that's the kind of shit. If Rob was a musician, that's the kind of shit he would do. Instead, he'll mix a tape about his ex-girlfriends or some shit like that, you know? He'll make a top 5 list of something. That's how he handles it, okay? So, of course, they both are coming from breakups, okay? But they're really attracted to each other, and they got a lot of fucking chemistry together. And then Rob breaks the fourth wall throughout the entire movie, and he tells us that, you know, it's not about what you're like. It's about what you like. Okay, what you like is what's more important than what you are like. In other words, the interests, the hobbies, the things that turn you on, okay, if you can meet someone that also shares those interests, okay, that's more important than what type of a person you are, okay? He says, call me shallow, but it's the fucking truth. Well, yeah, there's a lot of truth on that as well. There really is, okay? You know, the best dates I've had, the best conversations I've had were with girls that have similar interests as me. Now, yes, I love comic books, obviously. I love Transformers and you know, and superhero movies and shit like that. I do, okay, but I have a lot of other interests as well. I'm also a martial artist. I've also done acting, okay? I've also been a professional dancer, okay? I've worked in restaurants, okay? I know a lot about wine, okay? I know a lot about history. I know a lot about true crime. I was a criminal justice major in college, so I know a lot about many different interests, including Chic-Flicks, okay? So you know, I can always find something that I can talk to a girl about. It doesn't have to be about fucking superheroes and martial arts movies, okay? And I was in the military too, so you know, so there's a lot of different topics that I can talk about, okay? And when you find someone that has, you know, those same interests that you do, those are the best kind of conversations, those are the best kind of friendships, and yes, the best kind of relationships you can have, because you've always got that common ground, okay? They say opposites attract, bullshit, okay? So anyway, so he says that's more important than what you are like, all right? So that's going on here, okay? And then he fucks her, and then he brags to us about the audience. He's, how did a guy like me, an average guy like me, you know, become the biggest stud in my postal district, okay? By the way, the zip code from my neighborhood is 60622, and that's the same zip code as in this movie, all right? He's like, I'm grumpy, I'm broke, okay? And I hang out with the musical moron twins, okay? Well, then he talks about it. He talks about, you know, how, you know, the chemistry he had with Lisa Bonet and how that all worked out, okay? he says, like, call me shallow, okay, but it's fucking true about, like, what you like as opposed to what you are like, okay. By this measure, I was having one of the best dates of my entire fucking life, and that's just to emphasize what I just said. Absolutely, he was, okay. Now, she has a sense of humor about her exes. She actually wrote a song about her ex-girlfriend called Eartha Kitt ×3. So either Eartha Kitt ×2. Yeah. Okay. So eventually he does talk to her about Laura, his ex-girlfriend, the one that broke his heart, that he left her at his apartment. Okay. He talks about her a little bit, and just in a generic way. And basically he tells us the truth, okay? And ladies, pay attention to this part. It's very, very important, okay? You probably already know this, but I'm just gonna re-emphasize the point, okay, here, all right? Basically he's created this fictional character, this fictional version of himself to present this to Marie DeSalle, okay? He's basically talking about his ex-girlfriend in a general way, like, oh yeah, things, we kind of grew apart, and we realized that it wasn't right for us to be together anymore. We split amicably, she's happy right now with another guy, and me, I'm still out there looking for something, but I'm not trying to rush anything right now, I'm waiting to find the right girl, that way, okay? When the truth is, like, yeah, this bitch fucking, she walked out of me, she left me, now I find out she was fucking the next door neighbor, okay? And I just fucking found, in fact, she was just at my apartment before I came out here to meet you, okay? And she told me she hadn't fucked the guy yet. I'm not sure if I believe her, but I want to believe her, okay? Because it would really hurt me if I found out that she was being fucking plowed, she was being plowed by this guy because I didn't like him when I saw him, and it hurts my feelings, and I really feel very emasculated right now, and I really just need some fucking rebound sex in order to make myself feel better about the whole situation, okay? Yeah, okay, he ain't gonna say that, obviously, he's not, okay? He's gonna tell her what I just said earlier, the former, not the latter, okay? Even though the latter is the truth, all right? And so he created this fictional version of himself, and he says, I did it because I'm in a position to do it. Okay, we all do that, okay? There's nothing wrong with that, I don't think. As long as you don't lie, you don't want to be a liar. Unless you're just trying to get laid, a one and done, and you never want to see this girl again, don't fucking lie. Okay, you don't have to tell the whole fucking truth either, okay? But we all do these generalities. We just say, like, yeah, I'm single right now. Oh, really? So no ex-girlfriend? No, what happened to your last girlfriend? Oh, we broke up. That's why she's next. Anyway, so what about you? That's what I'm gonna do. I'm not gonna fucking go in there, okay? And I think most women can get that cue. Remember, guys, women, they kind of want to pry. They want to pry into your past. They want to know about your ex-girlfriends because that's how they're gonna judge you. Okay, they're gonna judge you by that, okay? And you have to pay attention. This works both ways. Guys, you gotta pay attention to what she says about her ex-boyfriend. Did you bring him up or did she bring him up? I never bring up the ex-boyfriend. But whenever the girl does bring up the ex-boyfriend on her own, I want to know exactly what she thinks about him. If she tells me some shit like, he was such a fucking asshole, he's a piece of shit, he cheated on me, he beat me up, he stole money from me. Okay, what I'm thinking is this girl's damaged goods. This girl's a fucking slut, okay? She's damaged fucking goods. And why am I saying that? Because she still stayed with this guy. She still hurt over this guy, okay? Despite the fact that she already learned this stuff, okay? She still stayed with that guy and the guy still broke her heart. Why the fuck would you stay with someone that did this to you, okay? She did it because she was in love with him and because she was insecure with herself and because the sex was fucking good. That's the kind of woman she is. She would rather be with a guy like that, okay, than be with a guy that actually gives a shit about her, that actually respects her, that actually will treat her, with some sort of fucking respect, okay? That's not what turns her on. She's gonna stay over with the guy that turns her on, the guy that treated her like shit, that cheated on her. Well, he cheated on her because he's an attractive guy, okay? Because she likes guys that are attractive. She likes guys that have the pick of the litter. She likes guys that women want to be with, okay? And she thinks for some fucking crazy ass reason that she can lock a guy like that down, okay? No, you can't. Most women cannot. Okay, they cannot. And if you happen to be lucky enough to get a guy like that, you're gonna have to fucking share him, okay? You're gonna have to fucking share him, okay? Because right now, feminism has convinced every fucking girl that's a 3 or above that she can get any guy she wants and keep him too. Bull fucking shit. That's why you got all these fucking teenage moms. That's why you got all these fucking guys that aren't fucking stepping up and taking care of their fucking kids. That's why you got all these fucking STDs, okay? Because all these fucking girls think the gravy train is gonna fucking last forever, and by the time they realize that it's not, and the high value guys that they used to fuck all the time don't want to fuck them anymore, they're gonna latch onto a beta male. Some guy's gonna pay all the fucking bills that they're not gonna be attracted to, but they're gonna stay with them because this shit is better than being out on the fucking street as a single mom when you got some fucking limp dick idiot here who's gonna pay all your fucking bills and pay all the bills for your fucking kid too. You see what I mean? You don't want to end up like that. You don't want to end up like that. All right? So to spare you all that, okay, if she talks shit about her ex-boyfriend, just don't see her again. Fuck her if you have to. Fuck her. I'm just saying give it up. If she wants to fuck you, fuck her, absolutely. But don't see her again. Don't see her again. Because the way she talked about him is the way she's going to talk about you. Okay? Guarantee it. That's the way she's going to talk about you. Okay? And if she decides to fuck around, the way she talked about her ex-boyfriend, the way she's gonna talk about you to the guy she's gonna be cheating on you with, okay? Keep that in mind too, all right? Okay, now, so that's going on here, okay? Like I said, he has sex with her. He brags about it to us. He doesn't go into the details, obviously. He does say that there's a song called Behind Closed Doors by Charlie Rich. It's one of his favorite songs. And because of that, he decides that he's not going to tell us all the details about who did who, which means, they were 69. Okay? You got to read between the lines. They were 69, okay? Hey, Lisa Bonet's a pretty girl. She's a pretty girl. She was back. I don't know what she looks like now. I know she was married to Jason Momoa until last year. Okay, well, come on, Jason Momoa is a fucking movie star now. You think he's gonna fucking hang out with the middle-aged daughter from the Cosby Show? Come on, no. All right. So he said he had a great time the next morning, and they talk about their exes. Okay, and her ex-boyfriend's name was James. We never meet him. We don't see what he's like. Okay, but she forgot what Rob's ex-girlfriend's name was. He says Laura. She's like, oh, Laura, that's right, Laura. So they're both just fucking relaxing on the couch there. Okay. And she tells them that that they both miss their exes. She doesn't say that out loud, but you could tell that they both miss their exes. Okay, but she also feels that just because they fucked up their relationships with their partners doesn't mean shouldn't deprive them. Okay, of having a great fuck. Okay, in other words, here, the basic human right to get laid. Okay, so just because my ex-boyfriend was an asshole, I'm not gonna let that asshole fucking prevent me from getting laid. Okay, well, he never did prevent you from getting laid. Okay, that was never a problem. Okay. She's like, okay, well, yeah, of course. That's I actually recommend that. Once after you've had a breakup, get laid. That's like the first thing you need to do. That's the first thing I always do. Whenever I get a breakup, the first thing I do is I fucking get laid, okay? There's usually at least one or two girls in my orbit that I was not sleeping with, I was not having sex with, or some shit, but I know that they like me, I know they like being around me, and I know that if I made moves on them, they would respond, okay? But I don't because I had a girlfriend, but now my girlfriend dumped me or whatever, or I dumped whatever, okay? Now I start calling them, okay? And they're there right away. Hey guys, if you're not doing this, you're fucking stupid. You're fucking stupid. Even if you have a girlfriend that you're in love with and that you would never cheat on, okay, because she don't feel that way about you. But even if, let's say, for example, you have a girlfriend that you would never cheat on because you love her so much, I guarantee you she's got guys like that. She's just waiting for you to fuck up so that she can justify her fucking one of those guys, okay? Okay, so I learned this from women. Guys, you've got to do this too. You've got to have girls in your orbit, not that you're sleeping with, not that you're fucking having an affair with, but girls that you are friendly with, that you can call, okay, that you can share information with, not sex, okay, not body fluids, okay? You gotta have people like that in your life at all times, okay? Because you never fucking know when the fucking this girl's gonna go off with fucking Tyrone, and then you're fucking left with your dick in your hand. You don't want to end up that way. Trust me, I've been there. I don't want to end up that way again, and I made sure I never did. You've always got to have fucking women rotating through your life, okay? In case that happens, you've got someone. Because let me tell you something, it's a lot easier to get over a heartbreak when you're already boning another girl than it is when you're not, okay? And like I said, I learned that one from women. Okay, so that's going on here, okay? And so they talk about that, okay? Marie says like she won't let this asshole come between her and a fuck, which is true, like I just said, okay? Okay, they decide to part ways. They go downstairs and they say goodbye to each other. They had a great time, that kind of shit, And she's like, basically, she tells him like she kind of whispers in like, God damn. In other words, he's telling her, hey, I'll give you a call. But the truth is, he knows that he's never going to call her again. And she knows that he's never going to call her again. This was a one-night stand. This was them just relieving some stress. They both missed their exes. Okay, they're both angry that their exes are with other people. Okay, and they decided that, they would like just bond. They forgot what it was like, or they missed being with somebody, so they might as well be with each other since they're both going through the same shit. But Rob, in the back of his mind, knows that he has no intention of being in a relationship with this girl. This was just some fucking morphine for the pain. That's all it was. Okay, and I've mentioned I've done this before myself. Okay, I just said I did it. Okay, but yes. Okay, but although me personally, the girl would know up front that this was just going to be a one and done. Okay, she would know that up front. Okay, I wouldn't say that directly to her face because if I said it, then we wouldn't have sex. But I would let her know, like, yeah, I'm not really ready to get in another relationship or anything like that right now. I say something like that and then continue with the fucking flirting. That way she knows that, hey, listen, what happens tonight can happen. I want it to happen, but don't expect anything out of it. Don't expect any sort of accountability from me as far as, do I have to call you tomorrow now? Do I have to make a date with you again tomorrow? Because I don't want to be under that kind of a pressure, okay? But as long as you do it before the sex, then you're fine. Okay, but you just gotta let that know without sounding like a total asshole. Okay, and I think he did that. I think Rob did that. Okay, but she's upset, more upset than he is. Okay, so they kiss each other and she goodbye. He walks away from her, and then he looks at us and he says like, "What the fuck did Laura mean by I haven't slept with Ian yet? What the fuck does that mean yet?" Okay, so that's his obsession. So basically, he just blew off Marie DeSalle. Okay, he said, "Fuck her feelings. Fuck what just happened here with me and her. We just had sex. Okay, I'm not gonna see her again. I don't give a shit about her. Okay." And he immediately is obsessed with what the fuck Laura meant yesterday when she says she hasn't slept with the new guy yet. What did the yet mean in there? Does that mean that she's not going to, or does that mean that she will? Okay, he doesn't understand that. Okay, so once again, this guy's only thinking about himself. And hey, I'm guilty of that too. Most guys, we're guilty of that, at least several times in our lives that we've done that. We've thought about ourselves. We put ourselves before other people that we're supposed to care about. We've all done that. So I'm not judging him. Okay, just shows me that he's a very realistic type of guy. He's a very realistic, relatable person because we've all done that. Okay, so he's obsessing with her, which is me personally. I already told you what I would do. Maybe if I was in my 20s, I'd act like him. Okay, but at my age right now, I would be like, no, dude, you should have fucking written her off a long time ago. You should have written her off when she fucking broke up with you. You didn't need to learn the other stuff. Okay, I know you accidentally found out that she was with another guy because her best friend told you by accident, but that was all I would need to know. I would not need to fucking pursue her or try to win her back or obsess with what the fuck she don't give a shit what she's doing anymore. Whatever she's doing, I don't give a fuck. It has nothing to do with me. What I would have done is I would have stayed with Marie DeSalle. Okay, I would have kept seeing her some more. Okay, I would have made a date with her for another time. Okay, I would have come by the club and watched her sing again. I would have done something. Okay, I would have called her in a day or two or so. Okay, because I wanted to keep seeing her. Okay, not because I'm in love with her, not because she's replaced my girlfriend. Okay, but because she's fun to be around. I like being around her. We have good chemistry and we have great sex. Okay, and I like being with a musician because he criticized me. He loves music. So what better than to date a musician? I think that's what he should have done. That's definitely what I would have done. I would not have blown her off and immediately started obsessing over the girl that fucking dumped me and broke my heart. No, I would not do that. I would fucking make some more dates with her. Not relationship, but I would fucking call her back. I'd make a date for another time. Hey, how about next week? Or how about this Friday? Or how about Saturday? You want to meet for some coffee or something? Or tell you what, or I can go see you. When are you singing again? That kind of thing. I'll bring the guys with me. That way she doesn't feel the pressure to have to be with me. But eventually we know if things go well, we're going to leave together. So, that's what I would have done. All right. But anyway. But that's not what he does, okay? He's obsessing over what Laura meant by I haven't slept with Ian yet, okay? So the next time we see him, he's at work and he's talking to Jack Black's character named Barry, and he's asking Barry, he's like, so, Barry, if I were to tell you that I have not seen Evil Dead 2 yet, what would you think about that? He's like, I think you were a liar because you have seen it. You've seen it twice. You saw it once with Laura. Oops. I didn't mean to say her name, Rob. And you saw it again with me and Dick. He's like, no, but if I told you that I haven't seen it yet, what do you think that means? Well, Rob, I don't really understand what you're asking me here, Rob. Okay, you're asking me if you ever seen a movie that I know goddamn well you have seen. Okay, well then I would think that, you have terrible taste in music. You have terrible taste in movies. You have cinematic... And they're going around and around, okay? He's like, I don't think you have terrible taste in movies. Okay, because the movie is great. It's well directed. It's got a great fucking soundtrack. I mean, Sam Raimi's a fucking god when it comes to, comedy horror, that kind of thing. But he goes, but I would think that, if you said you haven't seen Evil Dead 2 yet, knowing that goddamn well that you have, then I would think you have a terrible taste in movies. And the movie's been out for a long time. And if you really, really wanted to see it, you would have seen it by now. So there. He's like, exactly, Barry. I would have already seen it by now if I was going to do it. So that means that if I tell you I haven't seen Evil Dead 2 yet, it means I ain't going to. Yes, that's right, Rob, okay? But you know what? You did put that yet in there. So because you put the yet at the end of the sentence, that means that you are going to go see the movie. He's like, whatever, Barry. He's like, you know what? I hate to say this, Rob, but can I go back to work now? So we understand that he's obsessing over what Laura said. He's wondering whether or not Laura actually did fuck Ian, or she's gonna fuck him or not. What does she mean by I haven't fucked him yet? Okay, so he calls her from his office. Okay, she answers the phone, okay, because he called her at her job. She does not have Ian's phone number. She can't call him at his place. Okay, so she answers the phone. He's like, hey, listen, I want to meet with you. Okay, let's have some drinks and let's talk. Okay, I just need to see what's going on here. Okay. And she's like, well, I don't. He's like, well, I don't understand why it always has to be on your terms. Why do we always have to talk when you want to? How come we can't ever talk when I want to? Okay, well, I want to talk right now. She's like, okay, fine, but I'll meet you for drinks. Fine, okay. So they do, okay, so she agrees, okay. They go to Bar Louie, okay. They go to Bar Louie, Bucktown. Now, how do I know this? Because I used to fucking work there. They go to my job. Actually, I never actually worked there. Remember I told you this was my neighborhood in Chicago? The bar they go into is called Bar Louie in Bucktown. It's not there anymore. Bar Louie brand is still around, but the owners that I used to work for, they sold it. Their names were Roger Greenfield and Ted Casimir. They used to own this company called RDG, Restaurant Developments Group. They owned several restaurants in downtown Chicago, and they owned all the Bar Louie's, which were scattered all over Chicago and in the suburbs, okay? They are now all over the country, okay? But they sold off their properties. They sold off the whole franchise, so they no longer own it. But back when they did own it, you know, I would meet them, you know, we would talk about, I was actually, I was in management when I worked for them, okay? And I used to manage the Bar Louie in Bucktown. Not Bucktown, the one in Printers Row, okay? The Dearborn station, the old train station in Chicago. That was the one that I worked at, okay? That's the one that I managed, okay? Which was it's an old train station, and they converted it into a Bar Louie. At least that side of the building, they did a clock tower there. It's a monument. Look it up, the Dearborn station in Chicago, right there in Printers Row on Dearborn, okay? So that's the one I used to work at, okay? But this particular one was the one in my neighborhood. So that means that it was the one that I went to the most often, okay? Hey, as an employee, you know, my food always got comped. We always got discounts on our drinks, you know? All my friends from work, we all worked in the same company, so it was better, it was cheaper for us if we just partied at the places. Now, we did have to be on good behavior, or else we could get fired for doing shit on another property. But most of us didn't do it. We always behaved. Okay, so yeah, we used to go out a lot to bars that were owned by the company that we worked for, okay? And then every year at the Bar Louie Dearborn station, we would have a company party where all the employees from all the restaurants and all the Bar Louie's would come together for one night around this time, around Christmas, you know, for the Christmas party, and there'd be fucking the girls would be fucking Coyote Uglying on the fucking bar. It was closed to the public. It was just employees only. We would all get shit-faced. It was a great fucking time, and yes, I got laid every fucking year there. Anyway, so they're at the Bar Louie, Bucktown, which is in my neighborhood. It was walking distance from my apartment. I practically lived in this bar. If you look, when they walk in there, when Rob and Laura walk in, there's this big a painting on the wall of a bunch of people at a bar getting drunk, okay? That gave it away right then and there. I actually asked my boss about that. I said, hey, I think I saw Bar Louie Bucktown, a movie. He's like, oh yeah, they gave me $5,000 if they could film there for a day. You know, he told me that. So yeah, they filmed this scene. They filmed this scene there, which is pretty fucking cool, because that was actually one of my hangouts. That's the one I went to more than all the other bars that I've been mentioning in this video review here. This one, Bar Louie Bucktown, was actually the one I went to the most. Go figure. I also went to the one in Wrigley Field. There's one across the street from Wrigley Field, 1060 West Addison. There was one there too. They're all over. They're on Chicago Street. The suburbs had them too. You know, the Bar Louie was everywhere in Chicago. Not so much anymore. Like I said, they sold it, and a lot of them shut down. I know this particular one, Bar Louie Bucktown, shut down. When I was in Chicago a year and a half ago, it wasn't there anymore. It was something else, which is sad. But yeah, anyway, so they go there, and they sit down. It's really quick. She sits down. He sits down. They don't even order anything. He says like, I need to know. He's like, have you slept with him yet? Okay. And she's like, is that why you called me here? To ask me that? And once again, she's pissing me off again. Why the fuck is she acting this way when he's asking her a direct question, okay? She already fucking acted like, why the fuck would you ask me if I slept with him when he was our neighbor, okay? No, I was sleeping with you. Okay, no, it was a legitimate question. She treated him like she took offense that he would ask, okay, you're a cheating fucking bitch. You're in no position to take offense to a question like that, okay? And he's an idiot for asking it. You're a cheating, lying bitch. What the fuck would you ask her? You think she's gonna tell you the fucking truth, Rob? Okay, and then she acts like that again. She's like, I'm sick of her condescending attitude to his questions. He said, have you slept with him yet? She's like, what? Is that why you called me over here for? Well, no fucking shit. What do you think he was calling you for? You know, and you were dumb enough to come. Okay, and he says like, well, what do you want me to say to that? He's like, I want you to tell me that you haven't, and I want it to be the truth. And she's like, well, I can't do that. He's like, and he fucking just leaves her there. He leaves her there. He's pissed, and I'd be pissed too, absolutely. Okay, I'm gonna continue this review on the next video. I hope everyone has a safe, very safe fucking New Year's, and I'll see you again in 2023. Thank you very much for watching this long, and I'll see you soon. Bye.